Greetings and welcome to Trustee Walkthrough of the Hub. We want to kind of go through and show you the highlights and also some of the exterior design elements that we think are really special about this project. The good news is it's really further along than what we even anticipated it would be at this time. And right now our contractor, Fetters Construction, tells us that there's a good chance that final punch lists and preparations will be completed by the first part of December. So that's a potential early move-in date for all elements of the facility. So want to start here at the front entrance. There's a couple features I'd like to point to that were part of the concept and really just add some great design elements and features to the front of the campus, or front of the building. So first of all, I want to point to this awning that was added to the design, and it is really nearing its final completion. You'll also notice that alongside it, each side here are the pillars that at one point were basically white stucco, but now are clad in metal plates, and just really add a lot of really great features and look to the facility. So we're excited about those being unwrapped a little bit at a time, but I think that looks really great. And so one of the other features that I'll point to before we go into the building is this trench drain in front. For many years, the grade around the building, around the hub, really meant that the water would essentially all kind of head this direction, and the drains around the building would be overwhelmed. So this trench drain will really help us kind of keep the water out of the building. We had a lot of extraction that needed to be taking place in the past in dealing with excess water. The trench drain will really protect our building really well, and was a great design feature for the building as well. So let's head on inside and take a look at some of the progress that's been made there. So as we've entered the building, one of the things that we really wanted to emphasize when entering was just the view itself. So you can already see that across the way here, all the glass and all the visibility that has been created by opening up this lower level. And so students or faculty and staff can find a place to sit in either some of the comfortable seating that will be placed in groups throughout the lower level here, or some of the cafe height tables that will be part of the coffee shop experience here in the hub that's been created. And so again, this visibility is immediately evident as soon as you walk into the space. So very excited about that. To our left, as we continue into the space, is the student life office. And you'll see a great glass front for that space. So the main element we're walking into here is basically the reception. This is where students will be greeted when they come in. And it's important to note that if they're going to go, if they're here, let's say, to meet with one of our counseling staff, they'll be directed to the opening, the doorway there to the right, and that's where they'll find a private waiting area just for students that are here for counseling. If students are here to meet with the Dean of Students, meet here with career services staff, our experiential learning folks, basically then they'll be directed here to my right, and there's a suite of offices that are located back this way. Also, I might add, to my right here is a conference room for student life and for others, student groups, also to reserve and to use also for their meetings. So again, this office suite, we'll just kind of move quickly through it and just show you kind of where we're at with that. Drywall is in place. All offices are well insulated for privacy, and ceiling tiles are just now beginning to be put in place. As you can see behind me, the casework for the coffee shop is pretty well in place. A new countertop has been ordered for the coffee shop, for the coffee bar here, and will be installed very soon. So we're very excited about this development being this far along, and just looking forward to the day when we can begin to serve our first cup of coffee from this space as well. So here to my left is the fireplace, and I'm really happy to report that the ceramic tile that surrounds the fireplace has been installed and grouted at this point. So we're very close to this feature really being complete. There's a few other items, such as a large screen TV that will be also put in place here on this part of the project. But it is wonderful to see this in place, and we know that students will enjoy gathering around it. Again, this space here and the area to the windows to my right and so forth will also be really just more or less groupings of comfortable lounge seating where students can again find spots to hang out and spend time together. So we're looking forward to that being open as well. So we're up on the second floor now of the hub, and wanted to kind of point you just to a couple features that, again, I think will be of interest certainly to students as they think about programming aspects of the year. Behind me here is our stage. It is basically a wedge stage at this point, and this is where we'll have a lot of open mic nights, presentations, those kinds of things. Bands can play here, whatnot. So again, this is an area that will be heavily used for student programming. Our Student Activities Board, I'm sure, will be having several programs up here in this space for sure. Go ahead. Above me here you can see our light clouds that have been created by our construction crew. And essentially these will have LED light strips that will go on the inside that will produce a great amount of light for this space here, and there are several of these, as you can see, at different sizes. This is also going to be really an awesome feature to see at night from the outside in, and it will provide some light also to the exterior just because of all the glass that's part of this process. So, yeah. Behind me to my left here is the footprint for the Huntington bookstore, the University Bookstore, and you can see above me some baffles that were installed. If you remember the renderings that you have probably seen multiple times, this storefront look is really kind of coming into shape now. There'll be a lot of glass that will be installed in the front for display cases for the different clothing items and other wares that the bookstore will be selling. And so this will have a really nice retail feel to it, and again, can't wait for this part to be finished as well. We're excited about that. All right, so on this level also houses our mini food court that we have, which has a sort of a subway type feel sub connection here, as well as what will be a grill, which is just right behind me. And both of those will be meal exchange opportunities for students, so they can eat. That means they can either eat here or in the main dining commons as well. So that gives us and gives them really some flexibility to for where students dine. And so we're excited about that piece as well. There will be some cosmetic things happening to this space, so definitely some paint, some different cladding on the front of the casework. So we're looking forward to those features being upgraded here shortly as part of this project. We will make a quick stop here in the private dining room that was created on the upper level here of the hub. And this will be used for guests, and a great space for the president to host functions that she has with friends of the university and so forth. So this view that you see here was not here. This was actually a brick wall in the back corner here of the hub. This was opened up by the contractors, and glass was installed, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous view was made available. Moved to, and I'm standing on, a new deck area. Deck area has been replaced here with Trex material. It will last quite a long time, actually, as far as a deck material is concerned. And this has a great view across the lake to the dining commons and to some of our residence halls located over here to my right. So this space, I think, will be of great use for students as well. So that's the beauty of this space, of this building, really, quite frankly, is that there's so many wonderful outdoor spaces for students to hang out, as well as some really, really cool and unique indoor spaces. So we're going to wind up our tour of the hub back here in the back where the outdoor terrace is located. We have a fire pit for students to gather around on those chilly fall nights. We had a nice seat wall for folks to sit right behind as well. And again, a lot of seating that will be in place back here for students to gather, have that cup of coffee, have lunch, what have you out here, but a great place to gather with outdoor space. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the spectacular view that you get here of the lake, and also across the way, all the colors of the trees and so forth, as this campus really pops in beauty this time of year. So just an absolutely gorgeous back terrace here for students to gather, and we're excited about being able to furnish it in the not too distant future and have it ready to go. Every time I'm inside the hub, I keep asking myself, is this really the hub? Is this the same building, and so forth? So much has changed, and we're so very happy with the progress that's been made and the fact that it will be done sooner. I took some students through just the other day, and they were just wide-eyed, just looking at, oh, this is all going to be ours someday. This is all going to be something we can enjoy. So I can't emphasize enough how important and how great of an investment this was for the university and what it means to our students to have a building like this, a place like this at the center of campus where they can be together and they can call home.